Hey guys, welcome back for another video. My name is Brenda, Nyawara. So this past week there was a hashtag trending on Twitter about how guys were rating women out of 10, okay? And they were giving reasons why they would not give her a 10. I don't know why. But the hashtag was like, she's a 10, but... And then they give one of the most pettiest reasons why they would not rate this lady a 10. And of course, most of them were jokes. Obviously, all women are 10 out of 10 across the board. I mean, you can't tell me otherwise. Everyone is beautiful and, worthy of a 10 in their own rights. And please take this very lightly. A lot of things are said online about women, about relationships. But I think it's just something fun, that people can jump on and just contribute to a hashtag, okay? So I'm going to highlight a few. I wish there was a hashtag for he's a 10, but, on the flip side, so women can give their, their reasons why the men would not be a 10 out of 10. But apparently this was about women. I don't know. But here goes. Hilary Puff says she's a 10, but she picks her nose. Ew. Yeah, that's a 0. Makangila says she's a 10, but she doesn't know the difference between there, and there. Yeah, that's a reason to rate someone below 10, because ignorance. Unless English is your 10th language, I mean, come on. Mark says she's a 10, but she's talking to 9 other guys. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. yeah, she's a 2 because of that. Willis says she's a 10, but she sleeps from 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. A lot of guys were against ladies who sleep or oversleep and wake up later in the day, like when they're supposed to be working. And of course, that's a sign of, unreliability, some unproductivity. But I also do believe that if you're productive during the other hours of the day, you don't have to be working during the conventional times, right? Tybra says she's a 10, but she deletes your contact every time she's mad at you. Yeah, that's a bit of immaturity. Honestly, if you're mad at someone, communicate and resolve. Even if you're not going back to them, please just resolve it and end it in good terms. Guarav says she's a 10, but instead of texting fast, she manifests it. Yeah, I think a lot of men were saying they were turned off by the fact that some women don't really want to text fast. Honestly, if you're a mature woman and you know what you want, you text the guy. What's wrong? Text him. Closey FPS says she's a 10, but she's a dry texter. Yeah, that's a valid reason. Hami the techie says she's a 10, but she's Ghanaian, so she's a 0. What did Ghanaians do to Hami? Updog Date says she's a 10, but she's a cat lover. Yeah, Updog, I have a problem with you because I'm a cat lover, and I don't see why cat lovers should be rated very low because they love cats or animals for that matter. Brian Simpson says she's a 10, but her cat has a middle name. Again, I see no reason why cat people are under attack. For heaven's sake, we're the nicest people, and I don't see why we should be rated lowly. My cat did not have a middle name, but now it will because of these tweets. Perspective says she's a 10, but she doesn't make her own bed. I do believe that making your bed makes you look like an organized person. I mean, I think it's the first accomplishment of the day. So if you don't make your bed the whole day and you come back to the house and your bed is still unmade, it's a really bad show of yourself. If you don't make your bed daily, that's below 10. Fine Boy says she's a 10, but she turns 11 next week. I have an issue with this tweet. Why are you rating 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds? What were you looking at for you to rate an 11-year-old as a 10? I mean, this is a pedophile, you guys. I don't even see why people can be online and post such things and think that it's okay. We don't rate children, for heaven's sake. Even if it's a joke. No, this is not a joke. Not at all. Junan says she's a 10, but she pronounces the S in Louis Vuitton. I don't know why. This is the problem. I mean, come on. We don't all speak French. Can Louise Hug Me says she's a 10, but her WhatsApp display picture is from 8 years ago. I see no problem with this because mine, I think, is probably from 2 years ago. I find it to be very convenient. I don't like changing up my picture. Although there are like thousands of other photos I could use, I still feel like it's okay to have the same photo, kind of. Dev Demothor says she's not even a 10, she's actually a 7, and I'm just bored. I wish your girlfriend doesn't get to read this. Alfred says she's a 10, but she doesn't watch anime. So apparently not watching certain shows or not enjoying certain things make you less of a 10. Oh, come on, guys. This is very shallow. I mean, anime is just a TV show genre. Rory Emre says she's a 10, but she has a poop fetish, expects you to share the chocolate cream with her. Ew. Hadi says she's a 10, but she only messes with light-skinned guys. Yeah, that's a negative 10. Ikaroon says she's a 10, but she uses Android. Oh my god. People are so petty nowadays. I know there's this whole hassle between, iOS users and Android users, but that's very petty in my opinion. Charlie says she's a 10, but she sleeps face down. Okay, this is creepy. This is very creepy. Please check on your girl. Space Cadet says she's a 10, but she smokes a lot of weed, so she's a 4. 20. What? Dude, guys are getting very creative with this thing, but yeah. And I saw so many guys also complaining, oh, she's a 10, but she drinks. Oh, she's a 10, but she smokes. If she wants to quit, that's on her. It's not for you to tell her. You can't stop an addict. Purple Pub says she's a 10, but eats popcorn like a monster. Yeah. I didn't know it's a problem, but apparently how you eat as ladies also affects your rating. Out Loud Thinker says she's a 10, but constantly correcting people's grammar. Yeah, this is annoying. And if you do this, yeah, that's annoying. That's very annoying. Cassia Gas says she's a 10, but she walks around with pajamas in the streets. I'll be honest with you, there are times I wanted to do this. In fact, not pajamas, my hair bonnet. Like when you just don't want to have to remove it from your head and style up your hair to go somewhere just to pick something. I've been tempted, but I've never done it because, decency. Awesome Pokemon says she's a 10, but she doesn't know the difference between Australia and Austria. Yeah, that's a reason to rate someone lowly, because I feel like, come on, just open Google Maps and read the world map, okay? Americans. Teddylisha says she's a 10, but she's not into crypto. Next. Yeah, I think you should be a bit progressive when it comes to like world things, be a bit progressive, global finance, duh. But I do know that behind cryptocurrency is a lot of scams, a lot of pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes. Please, we're not talking about that. The real cryptocurrency really has like great potential in future. So yeah, if she doesn't recognize it, yeah, she's a 9. Max says she's a 10, but she spams your DMs with crypto scams. I hate that. Honestly, I do. So I could understand if you're dating someone and she keeps on spamming you with Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes. Yeah, that would not sit well with me. Mashombe says she's a 10, but supports Manchester United. I don't know why this is a problem. Honestly, I feel like let her support anything she wants. Zach says she's a 10, but thinks Ronaldo is better than Messi, so she's a 5. Again, why should your choice of team to support make any difference in your rating as a person? Digital Chrome says she's a 10, but complains about you on Twitter. Yeah. I would rate a woman like that very lowly, or a man like that very lowly. Like, don't bring our business onto social media. If it's between me and you, come on. Talk to me directly. Come to me directly, right? Gia the Gay says, or Gia, I don't know, says she's a 10, but she has a 5-year-old. Dude, there's nothing wrong with having children. I don't see why you would rate anyone lower because she has a child. And I do feel like men like this should never come near any woman. For real. Kirsten says she's a 10, but she doesn't know the metric system, so she has no idea what that even means. American. Prince Kalman says she's a 10, but her taste grows more expensive each consecutive date. This is manipulative and a bit, exploitative. Pink Fairy says she's a 10, but she dresses horribly and doesn't know how to do her makeup, so she looks like a 7. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, makeup can make you look like a 7 if you don't know how to do it. Also, your hair apparently can make you rate lower. I mean, so many things are placed upon women until we don't know what to do. I mean, some days you leave the house feeling like a 10 and you know you're a 10, and then some days you're like, oh my god. The cat Gain says she's a 10 but he uses Facebook and Instagram. What is wrong with using Facebook and Instagram? I mean, that's where things happen. Come on. I mean, for a lady that I like Facebook, I like Instagram. What's wrong? Men are so petty. Peaches says she's a 10 but she doesn't like bathing. Yeah, that's a negative 100. Come on. I mean, you have to shower. Be clean. Grooming comes first. And I'm sure many guys were agreeing with this. Gabriella says she's a 10 but she has curly hair, so she's a 2 million. Yay. I agree. 20 million. Nixie says she's a 10 but she has her own money, so she's a 10 million. Yay. I think that's a good thing, because having money makes you generous. It makes you actually, like, you don't depend on someone else. You actually love them for them, not love them for their money. And I feel like as a woman, please do have your own money, so you're not used and manipulated by guys who have money. You know, and that's pretty much it. I do feel like this hashtag was all fun, fun and games, and please don't take it personally. Many men have many reasons why they would rate women lowly. A lot of them are petty, but I also feel like they are also individual. It depends on the individual, because you can't just judge all women across the board. You kind of have to apply some brain to it. Okay, then I'll see you guys in my next video. I really like posting once again. I like shooting videos. I like editing. Putting this together gives me so much joy. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.